Welcome back, everybody, to the Detour Podcast. As you can tell, we're in a new location. I'm currently dog sitting this week, and we had to record early, so we didn't really have time to go where we normally do. So that's why we're in a new thing. Yep. We do have an interesting topic this week, but before we get into that, how have you been, man?
Good. I don't know. Super busy with, this past week, super busy with, I don't know, I feel like I've been doing something every day.
Yeah?
Yeah, but I can't think. Oh, I was working on my buddy's house. We were doing more HVAC and then siding on his house before his siding goes up because my buddy's building a house. It's a lot more tedious than you think because then, like, for the past 2 months we were doing shingles on his roof because since he didn't want to pay someone and we were doing it ourselves, we could only do it ever after work or on Saturdays or whenever we had free time. Okay. So it took significantly way longer than it should have. But yeah, just doing a lot of that. Bowling league. Yeah, busy. Oh, tried oysters for the first time.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Not my cup of tea, but it's an aphrodisiac, so I will be eating them again.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Right on.
But then, other than that, I had to reschedule for this episode to today because I'm cooking a big dinner for all my friends tomorrow, so yeah.
Oh, cool. Best of luck with that.
Yeah, thank you.
Hosting and like cooking dinner for friends can be stressful because if you're in charge of it, you want it to go well.
Yeah, but I love this meal. It's my favorite meal, so it's like it usually goes well every time.
What is it?
Stir fry.
Oh,
it's so good.
Okay, fair enough.
What about you? How have you been? What's new? What's crack-a-lackin'?
I'm just hanging out with family, doing some early Christmas stuff. Had a bust over to do dog sitting, like, where we currently are. And then other than that, nothing really, just realizing this year's gone way too quickly and getting excited for the next year. I to be honest, I don't get why we make such a big deal out of like new year, new me, or it's the new year, but when you could just start now. But something about it is just exciting of
the motivation, like this year's going to be the new me, new change.
It's like a flip, and all of a sudden, I just want to be so much more motivated, like this calendar year and
compared
to
this last year. Yeah.
So I'm working on a lot of stuff for the podcast, and I got a few things lined up that we'll kind of roll out and integrate into the podcast to increase the quality and stuff like that. I think what we're also going to do is do a little bit more of a structured layout since we have been getting a lot more interaction on YouTube and on our videos and stuff like that, which I appreciate. We're going to start doing the questions of the week again, just because even if it's just one or two of you, it is interesting to hear your opinions or specific
different
stories
perspectives
that we typically wouldn't be keen to hearing. So and a few other things that we'll definitely talk about and brainstorm, but I do want to roll out some new things in the next year since it's been going pretty good. I feel like since we started this up until right now, it's gone really, really well, and I just want to make sure that next year we do what we can to make it even better and to include you guys a lot more, because I felt like that was super fun to include that question. So, but other than that, that's really it, man.
All right, that's good. Let's
get right into this. It makes a lot of sense because on the way here, I feel like people just do not have common sense. Right?
Not in the slightest.
It's like you should understand this, but you're a freaking idiot.
Yeah, and I feel like the common sense, I feel like our generation and the younger generation, they're lacking it. I feel like people just don't have that intuition of oh, I shouldn't be doing this right now, or I should be driving fast on the freeway entrance instead of going 30 when you have to speed up to 60.
Yeah, they also got no spatial awareness, no social awareness. We're screwed.
Literally, this generation will be the death of us.
The freeway one bothers me because it's you're getting to a point where, okay, especially if it's a downhill ramp in, you use this to speed up.
Yeah.
You use the momentum to speed up, But they're the type of person that's like, I'm going 30, 35.
When you have to speed up to 75.
And then all of a sudden they take off and you're like,
it's the most tedious and obnoxious thing.
It's so annoying. So we both got a few things, a list of things that, you should have common sense for. Sometimes I'm guilty of not having common sense in certain instances, but I feel like I get more frustrated at people not having common sense.
Oh, 100%.
Then I feel like I catch myself not having it. One of them is I don't understand. And I mean, everybody has their preferences. So this might be just me being picky. But when people don't use headphones in public, so you can either hear their phone calls out loud, you can hear videos they're watching blasting, or they listen to music out in public while they're just kind of sitting there doing nothing.
I think music is the weird one.
I think it's just so weird because, like, if your phone's on blast, I don't
like full volume. Yeah, that's just obnoxious. Like if it's like the volume's down, I don't really care. Like you do you, but like when it's full volume, I'm like, do you not care about anybody else around you?
Especially the people who either bike or are running and they have like a speaker in a backpack and it's just blaring. I'm like, no, like nobody wants to hear that. If you want to enjoy that music, you can enjoy it just as much with headphones.
I feel like with that one there's gray area because like what if you're hiking and you have just music playing on a speaker on your backpack and you're hiking?
I think it depends. If it's like, let's say you're on a hike and you're like the only one there, you do you. But if there's a lot of people, I guarantee you they don't want to hear the crap you're listening to. Because my thing is like, if I'm going on a hike with family or friends and there's a dude who's just like either right behind us or right in front of us, but they're not going too far where all I hear is their music and I want to talk or I want to enjoy nature, like just turn it off.
It is like, yes, I agree with that if it's like full blast.
Yeah.
But if it's like
that's not saying like if it's super loud and you can hear everything they're doing regardless of what it is. Okay, yeah. It's like, all right, come on. Now everybody's looking at you weird because nobody else is doing that.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I think it's worse when it's like when you're in the car driving and like you have your buddy or someone in the car and like there's music playing, but you turn it down so you can hear conversations, but then they pull up like Instagram or TikTok or something, and then that's when they have their sound on full blast and you're like, are you so inconsiderate to everyone around you that you need to listen to this on full volume?
Yeah.
Like that one drives me up a wall.
What I hate is when the music's up and nobody's talking, so you're like jamming out to music and then people want to have a conversation, so they start yelling and you're like, okay, I'll turn it down, and when you turn it down it's like, oh, now I don't want to talk anymore.
Yeah.
And you're like, I turned it down for you
and now you're not even
talking, and I know if I turn it up you're gonna have something to say.
Yeah.
So like, get it out now or just stop talking.
Okay, yeah. One that I have is like, if you have to guess where you have to stand, you're standing in the wrong place. So like if you're like, when you go to a restaurant or like a fast food place, you order your food and then you like step to the side, like out of everyone's way to wait for like your number or something to be called or your name to be called.
Yeah.
And they stand like literally in the line or whatnot to order. So then like all of a sudden there's a line created, like if you're the next in line because you didn't know if they're in line or not, and then they're just standing there and like they even look at you and they're just so oblivious
to what's happening,
to where it's just like, oh, you're not even in line, to where you have to ask like, hey, are you in line? And they're like, oh, no. Oh, then why are you in the line area? Like, get out of the way.
Yeah. Or when they just step to the side and not necessarily create a line, but they're just in the middle.
They're just in the way
of the floor.
Yeah.
So like people have to walk around them and they're just sitting there like, I'm like, dude,
just like step to the side, get against a wall or something, get out of the traffic area.
That's those people that I feel like think everything's about them.
Yeah, they think they're the main character in everyone's story.
Yeah, but like everyone else, their life is nothing compared to what they are. So that I'll just stand wherever I want. Like, I'm going to get my food. It's the most important thing right now.
Yeah.
I don't care if people have to get around. They can find their way around. At that point, I'm like, I just want to like run them over.
Yeah, I agree. They
with no consequences.
Run me up a wall, just standing in the way in general. Like step to the side at least.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Another one I hate is when people don't know how to read the room. So like, if it's not the right time to make a certain joke.
Okay, yeah, I agree with that.
Or like they, like for food, some people have no disregard for like, oh, well, we gotta wait. Like if you're not religious, a lot of people are just like, oh, I'm just gonna get food, blah blah blah. Even though you could tell we're waiting, people are just sitting there doing something like those things. For instance, like let's say it's Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah.
And you're a guest to someone's event, but you don't know that they're waiting on someone to get there to eat, so nobody's getting food. So you decide, I'm just gonna go get food by myself and start eating. And then you realize that when the person gets there, then they start. So you're kind of like,
I'm just trying to wrap my head. Who are they waiting for? Like, why?
I don't know. Like, as like an example, let's say,
but why is that person so important? Everyone's waiting.
Well, let's say it's like a family thing, and you're like, well, I don't want to eat because they're on their way. Like, they're just right around the corner, and you're like, oh, I'm just gonna get food anyways. So you could tell that everyone's waiting.
Yeah,
but you don't care, and you get food anyways, and it's just one of those like patience things.
See, I think I'm different.
Really?
Yeah, I'd be like, let's all start. Like they're late, so obviously that's their fault.
But it's the thing is, if you're the only one doing it and everyone's waiting, then it's kind of awkward that you're the only one doing it.
Yeah, but that's the thing. If I were to do it, I would rally other people to also get in line and get food or whatnot.
Okay.
I'm not waiting for like this person that's already late. That's their fault for being late.
That's fair, but
that's common sense. If there's an event at a certain time, get there by that time. Otherwise, the event starts at a certain time. We're starting at that time.
I can see that, but our family events don't do that. We wait for everyone to get there before we eat. So what if you invited a guest and everyone's waiting and nobody's eating, and then that person just starts digging into the food?
I feel like every event we've ever done with our family, if I'm like driving myself and I'm late, it starts. It already started. Everyone's doing whatever. And I
don't think so. I feel because I'm always at grandma's when those things happen because of my dad, and I feel like we're always sitting like waiting for everyone to get there.
Because usually that's waiting on a whole family, and they're bringing part of the food.
Still though,
like if it was just
the whole situation, motherfucker, is everyone's not getting food, and you just like the person you invite decides I'm just gonna get food.
So you wouldn't walk by that table and grab a little snack while you're waiting?
If I'm the one invited, no, because if nobody else is getting food, I'm not gonna be the first one to get.
No, you don't
food.
have to get a full on plate. Like what if you're not even a snack?
No, it's because it's
so you've never walked by and grab a piece of roll.
No,
you've never grabbed a roll
at grandma's. Yes, but not when I'm invited. No, I'm saying if I'm the one invited somewhere, I'm not going to start eating until everyone starts moving to eat. So if everyone's sitting there and they're saying, oh, we're waiting on somebody to get here and then we're going to eat, I'm not going to be like, well, screw that.
Okay, yes,
I'm still going to eat.
If you're invited to a thing to where it's like you don't know how to read
that is literally what I just said.
Yeah, but you can't use family as an example.
No, I'm saying, I was saying family as in like, if you invited somebody, like a friend, to your family function,
they would wait.
Everyone's waiting. That's what I'm saying.
No, but they would just wait on me.
But let's say you didn't eat. And they didn't know that, and they went and got food anyways, and nobody's eating, and they're the only one getting into the food.
Okay, now I see your point.
That's what my example was.
I see your point.
Make me feel like a fucking idiot.
No, now I see your point. It just took a second. You got to explain it better.
I literally just explained it the same way I did earlier. You just weren't picking up on it. Damn.
Another one that's kind of standing just in the way is like, when you go to a parking garage or you're finding a parking spot and there's a little fucker that's just standing in the parking spot waiting for because they just got out of their car and they ran to like a parking spot and then they just stand there while another car that's first up first serve comes, and then they're just and they're blocking it to wait for wherever their car is.
Yeah,
I think that's the most obnoxious thing. Like common sense is you stay in your car until your actual car is like right there.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. I've personally never encountered that, but I've seen videos about it. It's the most frustrating looking thing ever.
It's like,
have you had that issue personally, or?
I've had it when I was in the car with my friends, but I wasn't the one driving.
But still,
it's the most obnoxious thing, because then it's literally like, get out of the way. Like, we're here, we're ready to park. Your car's nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, that is actually super annoying.
Because then it just causes a delay. Because then there's cars behind you, and
like
if you're like half pulled in, you can't really go anywhere. And then there's just
if you wanted a spot, you should have left earlier.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't be like blocking somebody out of a spot when they clearly got there first.
Exactly.
Your body's not a car. It's not a car. You can't hold.
Exactly. It's the most obnoxious thing.
Oh my gosh, that's one of those things. If there's no
like that's like me running late to an event and you're already there. I'm like, hey, go run outside and find a parking spot and just stand there.
Yeah, it'd be like,
that's so uncomfortable for you too, because then you're gonna have to deal with all the interactions.
I'm so sorry, somebody's on their way.
You're like, sorry, saving this spot, and they're like screaming. You're like, this isn't even worth the hassle. I'll just step out of the way. Like, I'm never doing that again.
If you ask me that, based on the person I am, I don't like confrontation. I'd be like, sorry, dude, but
you're like, find your own spot.
It's your fault you're running late. I hate when someone's opening the door. And like, let's say you're opening and people are on their way out. They don't let those people exit. They just kind of walk in.
Wait, like, so they open the door while there's people right there?
Yeah, let's say like you guys are coming, and typically I feel like you let the people who are leaving leave before you enter. So like if you're clearly opening the door.
No, it's whoever opens the door.
Well, let's say you're opening the door. Like, you know how we talked about if you open the door for somebody?
Yeah.
Let's say they're right at the door, and when you open the door, they can clearly walk out through the door you just opened. But instead of letting them walk out, you kind of just trudge and like...
You kind of squeeze your way through.
Yeah, just go through it without like letting them out first.
That would irritate... My
like
point
elevators.
Is whatever door it swings.
If it swings out...
If it swings out, you let the people through.
Yeah, if it
swings in, you're already kind of halfway through the door because you're pushing your way,
Door direction.
But if it's like, because then if like theirs is pulling in, then that's kind of like inviting me to go in.
What's your view on elevators? Do you think, like, if you're waiting for an elevator...
Oh, you always let everyone out first.
I hate the people who just go in.
And then they're just in the way.
You're like, now everyone's got to move around you when you could have just waited 2 seconds.
And common sense is to go in the elevator, turn around, and face the door.
Yeah.
You don't walk in and face that way.
Yeah,
that common sense is you do a 180 and you face that door.
But also I think common sense is to pick a wall and scoot to it and move out of the way rather than people just walking and standing in the middle and then people keep coming in. It's like you gotta move to the edges and fill it out.
People can,
so usually the last person that gets in is in the middle, but not just like...
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Like those close quarters spaces is so uncomfortable if nobody knows how to
that is true.
Understand like elevator courtesy.
Okay, but while we're on this, like elevator, like I just thought of like planes. What if you're in the aisle and you're both walking? What do you do?
In the aisle and you're both walking?
Yeah.
I feel like it depends on the order of like who gets up. So like if everyone's getting up and
so like pretend like you guys are both going to the bathroom or something, or you're walking back from the bathroom, someone's going to the bathroom, and then you're at an impasse.
I think you just turn sideways, flatten out, and you both just shimmy across.
Okay.
I feel like if it's one of those things where they stand up and their seat's right there, they probably should back into their seat.
Sit back down.
But it's like if their seat's here and the bathroom's here and we meet in the middle, you got to kind of rotate around each other because like, what are they going to do?
Yeah, that's true.
But if I'm closer to the bathroom and they're there, I'd probably just wait for them. So it just depends on who got up and who's closest to the location they like got up from. Because if it's in the middle, you kind of be like,
you kind of got shimmy like.
Yeah.
You have to go face to face. You can't go
butt to butt. No, because then it'd be weird.
You can't do like butt to face too. Like that's just like.
Yeah, you have to. I feel like you have to look at the people because I feel like it'd be weird to go back to back and.
No, actually, back to back would work because then you're like, oh, sorry, excuse me, and then you're just like, kind of getting out of the way. Because then it's also weird, like squeezing past someone and you're both just. Actually, I think that's weirder. Squeezing past someone and you're both like. Locking eyes, kind of.
Well, you don't lock eyes. You kind of just like step forward and like look. But
I think I'd probably
I'd rather have my butt in front of someone's face.
Actually, I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I do. Well, I'm not. You're not low.
I think there's preference.
There's
some people who are tall and their head's by your butt because sitting on that chair, their head's going to be more or less waist level.
Oh yeah.
But I think it depends on when you're in the situation. Which way you naturally turn? Like if you're,
I think I do both. Cause like at concerts and you're squeezing to your seat.
I think it depends on what.
I've done like where they all stand, and then you have to shimmy in front of them because then there's like the seats. Yeah. That's the step below. I shimmy to where I like face them, or I've shimmied like away from them.
At like concerts, but I feel like
I shimmy both ways.
It'd be like it would depend on which foot steps like last. when they hit, because if they're this foot, I'm already easy to turn this way, versus if my right foot hit, I could easily turn to the left.
Yeah, so it's just like, yeah.
So it all just depends on like
The
foot
situation,
position,
yeah.
and
And the situational
the logistics of the situation.
Okay, while we're on the plane topic, armrest. If you're in the middle seat, what armrest do you get?
I believe you get both because you get the middle seat. I feel like you don't.
And so then the window seat gets just the arm one, and then the aisle seat gets just the right one.
I think it's because it's easier for you in one of those other seats to kind of like, if you're in the window seat, you could lean like this against the window. You don't need the right one.
Yeah.
And kind of with the right, you can lean more like this. You don't need that one. In the middle, it's kind of rough because
you're kind of like
one way.
You're like
now
squished,
I'm up in their space. If I lean the other way, I'm up in their space.
So you kind of
if I
just
have
have
both,
to like.
then I can kind of take both of them. Well, they both can angle out, and now we all have space.
But I feel like people don't have that common sense, because whoever sits down first likes to like own both armrests.
Yeah.
Because like if you're walking down and all of a sudden you're like, oh, I already got two people and I gotta go like ask this guy in the aisle to get up so I can get in the middle seat. Oh, and that guy in the window's already there, and I can tell his arm's already on that middle armrest. That's like a weird interaction.
This is what I do. I wouldn't say anything. I'd sit down with my arms like this, and I'd stay aware, because the moment that dude's arm's up, I'm snagging. I'm snagging the rest, and they don't move for the rest of the flight. Or if I know he's like he wants it and they don't care, I'll move one arm and just keep the one on the armrest. And
I like how you don't even like confrontation, and you will do
well,
a
it's like I'm not gonna. Well, yeah, it's like
you're eyeing him down, and you're
I'm
like,
just sitting
it ain't
like this,
moving,
and then
bud.
if he moves, then it'll kind of be like a little movement, and then if he looks back for it, what are you gonna do? Tell me to move my arm on an armrest that we share?
Yeah, no. That's true. No one's actually. I think it's wild for someone to be like, hey,
nobody cares
can
enough.
You move your arm?
Yeah, I was just using that, but then you weren't.
Yeah.
So I'm using it now. Yeah, it'd be wild for someone to complain about that.
I don't even. Yeah, I think I've only had one interaction of like this lady that was in the window seat, and it was on a trip back from Guatemala, and then I was in the middle. Oh, and it was the most obnoxious flight. It was for a work trip, and the seat that I got was the very back of the plane, so it's like those seats are already like.
Yeah, you
damn
can't recline,
upright. So they were like already uncomfortable, and so then. She was like I put my arm on both of the middle since I was in the middle, and then she was like fighting my arm for that middle seat.
Really?
Or that armrest. Yeah. She was literally like, put your arm up. She was literally like forcing. And I was literally like eyeing her, and I was like, what is happening? And then I didn't budge, so then she gave up eventually. I was like, lady, back off.
I don't think from what I can remember traveling recently, I've never sat in the middle.
It's not fun.
I love the
unless I'm with friends, then it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, when you're around people you know, I typically have the window seat. I love just staring out the window as the plane takes off.
Okay. I like getting a time lapse on a plane.
I did that when I went to New York like 7 years ago.
Okay.
20. Yeah, about 7, almost 7 years ago.
Okay.
In March, should be 7. But I haven't done it since. I just love like watching as you take off, and then all of a sudden, before you know it, you're just like flying
yeah. Planes go so freaking fast. It's wild.
Yeah. One I personally think is a common thing that you should know is if you know. Like the night before or the morning of something that you're supposed to attend, like if you're supposed to go to thing with a friend, let them know then and there
that you can't make it, or
don't tell them an hour before it's supposed to happen
that you can't make it. Yeah.
Because I feel like
it's inconsiderate of other people's time.
It's like, oh well, I was told last night that I have this family thing that I couldn't attend. Well, it would have been nice to know, because if it's just me and you, and I'm waiting for you to come over for us to do the same,
and then you bail last minute.
I could have rescheduled my whole day, and you could have told me.
Or I could have found someone else to attend this.
But
whatever.
Now that it's so close, it's like, well,
then I can't
half my day's wasted. I don't have someone to go with me, and
yeah, I actually agree with that. That is like an irk of mine of like when people know like that they can't make it and they wait till the last minute because they don't want to like have confrontation and say like, hey, sorry, I can't make it. It's like, well, you just ruined these plans that I made or whatnot, like if you knew you weren't gonna come or weren't able to, why didn't you let me know as soon as you knew?
Yeah, that pisses me off so much, because I am the type of person who, and I think it's like an ADHD tendency of, if I know I have something going on, let's say at 1 p.m., I will not do anything all day, because I know, like, well, I can't really go out because what if it takes time, then I'm not ready when that time comes, or, you know, I just feel like I'm not going to have enough time, so I'll wait, and I'll just do small things, but I'll typically wait until the time hits. So if you tell me, like, right before it's supposed to happen that you can't make it, I literally just sat and wasted my entire day, because I can't bring myself to do other things while I'm waiting for that specific event in the middle of the day to happen, because I feel like I just don't have enough time if I wanted to do something else. So I feel like for me, it's nice.
Like, you at least stay true to your original plans.
Yeah.
Unless you know you can do other things beforehand to where you're done by a certain time to make it.
If I know for a fact that time-wise I can make it, but because I know, like, nothing goes the way you want it to, and there's so much uncertainty with time, I'm like, I can't bring myself to go do something where I'll miss it, or I'm sitting and waiting all day for this person to do something, and, like, let's say if they told me the night before, I could have done something else that day, but they didn't, so I have to
now
wait.
your whole day's wasted. Yeah.
Like, let's say my dad invites me to go hiking at 10 a.m. that day. Well, I could have totally gone with him if you would have just told me that you couldn't make it last night.
Because then you're.
But now I'm missing. I don't
miss
get
that.
What we did,
you missed
and
this.
I missed out so I'm just sitting at home doing nothing because I'm waiting on everybody to do something.
Yeah.
So at that point, it's just like, whatever.
It's inconsiderate.
Yeah, it is so inconsiderate. At that point, I'm like, you know what? I'm done inviting you to things if you're just going to be like
if you bail like so many times and you're not reliable.
Especially if you tell me so late that you can't make it anymore, I'm just not going to invite you to things.
Yeah.
Because it's not my responsibility to babysit you on, like, hey, are you going to be able to make it?
Yeah, you don't want to check up on them every day and every second, like, hey, you good for today still? Like how you bailed every time?
Blah, blah, blah. Because then it's just so tiring to do that.
I agree.
So, okie dokie. Let me see.
Okay, another one of mine is, where did it go? Oh, like, if you invite someone new over to your house to, like, meet your family, like if it's a new friend, new girlfriend, or dating or whatnot, it's common sense not to be on your phone. Besides, like, a quick text here and there, or, like, if you get a phone call and you have to answer, you got to step away. Yes, that's totally fine. But, like, if they're, like, scrolling social media, like, read the room. Like, you're putting a bad impression of yourself onto these new people.
Yeah.
You're, like, glued to your phone.
I think this is probably just me, and this might be a controversial opinion on that, because I do agree with that, but I also think it's based on circumstance. So, like, you guys can hate me if you want, but I think you shouldn't be on your phone around, like, a friend's family, or, like, your new boyfriend or girlfriend's family. However, I've been in a certain situation where I'm just sitting there.
No, at that point,
nobody's interacting with me, but I still got an earful about it after being there, that, oh, well, you were on your phone, so it didn't seem like you wanted to be there. But I think it's like, it's totally situational. Like, if I'm just sitting there and you're talking with your family and I'm making the effort to reach out, but then in the end it's just you guys having, like, a family conversation, and I'm literally just like a background person, I'm just there, then I'm like, okay, maybe I'll pull up my phone, and then if you start talking, like, immediately I'll put it away and engage in conversation. But if I'm, like, just sitting there and there's no way to, like, interject, because I've had it where, like, I'll be at Liz's mom's and they'll be talking, like, something I have nothing to relate to. It's like something between them and it's family thing, and that conversation will go on for 30 minutes. I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh, this is so interesting, when I have no way of relating to it. So you guys have your conversation. Like, I'm happy to be here. I'll be on my phone, whatever. And then if you guys ask me a question, like, I'll engage. Yeah. But I think it's kind of rough to have that expectation. It is situational,
I guess, yeah.
If you're not going to do your part on making sure they're involved in it. Like, I like to make sure that, well, not now, because, I mean, Liz knows everybody. But, like, in the beginning, I'd make sure that if I brought her to a family thing, I include her in conversation.
Yeah.
I'll talk
because,
to her.
Yes, because then it is
because it's less awkward and they can engage and they can do their part.
Because then they don't want to be on their phone either or whatnot.
Yeah, because it's like, well, I'm being included, but it's really rough when you're not included.
Because then you do, like you said, you're just like a background character. You're just like...
But then they still look at you like, oh, they just don't want to be here. But I'm like, you don't even, like...
You're like, I do, but...
But nobody's making the effort to talk to me, and I have no way to relate to anything of what you guys are saying, because it's always like something with family or something with an experience you both had. I wasn't there.
I agree.
Let's see.
You got any more?
Well, the list that I have, I don't know. I could just read a bunch, but I don't really think I relate to too many of them. But I do kind of want to take, the last bit of this podcast, not to necessarily continue to talk about the topic, but to be more of, I don't know, just what is something that, like a new project or new something like in your life that you find yourself like really wanting to attack, whether it's you're back at bowling and you found that spark to really take a dive into it and to, maybe get better for fun and maybe try new techniques or do research on something, like...
Mine would probably be at the moment more on the saving money to travel.
Yeah.
Because with the flight benefits that I got from my friend Dirty Dan, I want to capitalize and utilize it.
Okay.
And like start traveling more if it's just like, even if it's just like Friday to Sunday, it's like a quick trip, but then it's like, quick trip, I'll just go to Nashville for the weekend.
That's fair.
Like I want to like be more spontaneous in that aspect and like travel, because I want to like travel to all 50 states.
That would be pretty cool.
I think that would be sick. That's a sick milestone.
That is actually pretty cool. Would you do...
Because on Snapchat, it actually tells you how many states you've been to.
Really?
Yeah, and how many countries you've been to.
Would you take a picture in front of all like the state signs or...
No, I would never do that. That's not my forte. That's not my forte. Like, I've been to 12 states and 5 countries.
How do you know that?
Go to their Snapchat maps.
Okay.
Zoom out.
Oh, shoot.
And then on the top...
Okay, so 6 states.
2, I was like,
Sorry.
You've only been to 2?
And
nothing wrong with only being to 2, but...
There's 2 countries traveled, but that's not true. Because Puerto Rico's not a country.
It's a U.S. territory.
Yeah. Maybe it's counting that as not like a mainland, so it counts as 2, but...
Oh, so you've never been out of the country, besides Puerto Rico?
Yeah.
That's wild.
So I've been off of mainland U.S., but because...
Have you been to Mexico?
No.
Canada?
Nope.
Wow.
The furthest north I've been is...
Idaho, the second state you've been to?
Oregon. I think, Oregon.
Okay.
And then the furthest south was Arizona.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then the furthest west was California, and the furthest east was New York.
Okay.
So I've been just pushing the
You've been pushing the limits.
The boundaries.
Okay.
But hey, in about a month and some change, like a month and 2 days, I'll be traveling halfway across the world.
Yeah. Direct flight or layover?
Layover. But the layover is just in LA, and then it's LA directly to Australia.
Okay.
But our layover went from 2 hours to like 6.
Ew. That's disgusting.
Not my favorite, but I'm nervous and excited for international flight because I've never done it before.
It's a long flight.
Yeah,
it's disgusting.
That's what I've heard. So I need to get into reading books and
like literally, if you better pray that the flight isn't at full capacity, so you can go to the back of the plane and lay down on 4 seats.
Really?
Yeah, that's what me and my family did when the flight wasn't that packed.
Do you know what airway you flew on?
I don't know.
Well, because like you can book something through like Qantas. So like if I'm flying like Delta on Qantas or whatever like that, I think Qantas is like the airway that they use airlines to travel through. So typically if you choose I don't know. My dad said Qantas is like the best one to travel, especially if you're going to Australia, because that's what they did. And Rochelle even said that traveling on Qantas, they do that when they go to the States because it's typically just like an all-around better flight experience.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Oh, so I'm hoping it's good.
I didn't even care. Like, it's such a long flight. You're gonna be, your legs are gonna hurt.
Yeah, I already get antsy sitting for a couple of hours.
It's like a 13 to 16 hour flight.
I know. I need to actually text Matt my flight itinerary, but let me pull it up and we'll look at that.
Yeah, that's the disgusting flight. That I plan on flying to UK. It's just such a long, obnoxious flight.
I plan on getting audiobooks to listen to.
Okay.
Shows to watch on my laptop. I don't know what else. I got to come up with something because I'm going to lose my mind.
Yeah, you might lose your mind a little bit.
Let's see.
Or are you traveling at night or flying at night or flying in the morning, like day?
Dude, I have no idea.
Because night's the best because then you kind of like can try to fall asleep or like
I got to
pass the time with just shut eye.
Yeah, I got to check because let's see. Let us know in the comments below if you've traveled out of the country, what your favorite country was.
And what your favorite food was in that country.
Yeah, because I didn't realize, like you were saying, I think last time, that you started liking Indian because
I tried it in the UK and it was phenomenal. Which
is funny. While I find this, I went to Slackwater.
It's so good.
And I tried the Catchup.
Yeah.
The
Tiki masala.
Gosh, it was so good.
It hits different. It's good.
It's almost like you took like
Indian and made it into a pizza.
But you took naan, slathered that on it, and it came out like a pizza.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just so good.
It's so good. I'm craving it. I just had Indian last night and I'm craving Slackwater pizza.
We had steak last night.
Okay, nice.
I made steak for us. So
there you go.
So yeah, let me see. Flight details to Melbourne. So I leave Sunday the 18th at 5:50. So I'll be traveling overnight. So I couldn't get sleep.
Okay. That's good.
Because I'll be in LA by 7. But our flight in Salt Lake got pushed to like 10 o'clock.
Oh.
So that 2-hour flight, I'll be at noon, or it'll be like, maybe it's like more noon than 5, but it got pushed back quite a bit. And then from, let's see. I just want to know, because it says Melbourne, LA, but I just want to know what my, here we go, LAX, 10:50 to 9 a.m.
Okay.
So a 15-hour and 40-minute flight.
Yeah, it's brutal, 16 hours.
So we're flying, so the airline's American Airlines, but it's operated by Qantas Airways.
And you lose like a full day.
Yeah, so we'll leave on the 18th and we'll get there on the 20th.
Yeah.
But we get there in the morning, so hopefully I can sleep on a plane. So hopefully it's good enough to where you really can enjoy that first day. But
otherwise you'll just be so tired that first day.
But I'll be there for 2 weeks. So
that's exciting.
From the 18th to the very end of January. I'll get back on the 31st.
That's sick.
So I'm excited. All paid off, like a PTO week for that trip. Sick. So I get money for it. But yeah, I'm really excited to go on that trip and to experience.
Right before you leave, I'm going to Banff, Canada.
Oh yeah.
For ski joring. 15th through the 18th.
Dang. We're just a bunch of travel boys.
Bunch of traveling boys. And then I think in February going to Texas.
Oh wow.
And then in April going to Scottsdale, Arizona. And then potentially in May going to Greece.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
Because my buddies or my friend group, they want to book to where they book a whole villa in Greece. And so then we all stay in this teeny little villa.
That would be so
And there's like this infinity pool right on like the beach waters of the villa.
Dude,
so then it would be just our group of friends.
I need to see the photos.
I think that'd be the sickest thing.
That would be so sick.
Yeah.
You're going at like the perfect time too, and oh man. Well, hey, maybe you'll find a girlfriend there.
Who knows?
A little Greek baddie. You know?
A little Greek baddie is crazy. That's criminal.
A little honey.
That's wild.
But that's exciting. I'm glad that you're finding the.
But that's what I want to start doing more of: traveling, saving money, traveling, experiencing more life while I'm young. Before like I get too locked into like
Yeah.
a certain spot.
Whether it's like career or family.
Yeah.
Just kind of
Like I'm this young, I'm this free and available. Like, why would I not capitalize and like do what I would like to do?
Yeah, I think, in my opinion, it is blasphemy when people tell you that you need to figure out your life in your 20s.
No. Well, yes and no.
I feel like
it's yes, but I feel like you should also still enjoy
pressure
life.
Though on getting everything figured out, career, family, all this and that. So then by the time you're 30, you're stressed out of the freaking wazoo. So it's like, yeah,
no. By the time you're 30, if you spent your whole 20s like just doing work, by the time you're 30, you're set.
I don't know about that, because what if like you're going to school, you're doing it, whatever. Well, now you have a job that you're working like 40, 50 hours a week. I don't know how he got in here. 40, 50 hours a week, but then you have a family, now you have kids, so you can't really experience life.
Yeah, that's
true. You can't really travel. You have a lot more responsibility. I feel like there's a certain level of, figuring out that, yeah, it's good to figure it out right now when you don't have all those responsibilities, but also live.
Yeah.
You're not going to have this much freedom, this much, for time and for money, to do this when you're older, because if you want a family, well, you're going to start a family.
Yeah, that's true.
It's going to be so much more expensive. So I'm glad that you're finding that, not necessarily just realizing it, but it seems like you're actually putting steps into getting that moving. So it's less
moving
of
the needle along,
a thought, and more of you're manifesting.
Actually, yeah.
So that's exciting.
But what about you? What's something that you're like?
I've just been in love with video creation.
Okay.
Because I've always been in love with it, but I feel like just pushing myself and realizing there's so much more that we could do for this, or if I want to do other things, I feel like it would be fun to stream and play games and stuff and hang out with friends, or do other video creation type things that necessarily aren't like the podcast, but more of I'm going to do reacting to stupid people on TikTok, or even just sitting down and putting more effort into editing these episodes. It's exciting because it pushes me to
learn new skills and
my video creative knowledge, that I just am so excited, and every little step that I can see us improve on here just gets me so fired up.
That's good.
If one video goes off after a couple months, and this one's taken off the last episode, that gets me excited to be dude, all right, let me put more effort in. Let's see how far we can push the next episode.
Yeah.
Or, and if it doesn't go that bad, it's you know what? That's fine. Maybe, I probably didn't put as much effort in as I should have, but it's okay, because everyone makes mistakes, and I love it, because my thing when starting this was, I know this is going somewhere when we get the first person to hate on what we have to say. And on TikTok about the mommy and daddy thing, someone was why are we dogging on these people who have been saying that the majority of their lives, calling their parents mommy and daddy. And this girl sits in front of me at church, and she calls her mom and dad, and she's 3.5, 4 years old. So I don't know who calls their parents mommy and daddy.
Yeah.
Way past that, because if this girl's naturally doing that
at 3,
yeah, it's kind of weird that you're doing it as a teenager and an adult. But it made me feel good, because I'm if what we have to say annoys them, affects them enough to have to leave a comment when they could just totally scroll and not care.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe what we have to say has some weight to certain people. So it makes me excited, because I love the support we get from people.
You love seeing both sides, the good, the bad, because then it means it's moving.
It is doing something, and every time I see some engagement, or even if one video gets 100 views and 4 likes, every single one of those likes and views just fuels my fire to want to continue this,
and keep going,
to push it, and let me figure out new ways I can edit, or what could I do to make this a bit better and attract more people, but also be more relatable to people. So as we're talking, we're basically just expressing our opinion on a bunch of different things, so people can relate, or you guys can almost debate your opinion in the comments and share things that you believe, because I don't believe half the stuff you do or see things the same way through the same
Yeah, we have different perspectives, different like.
So it's very interesting to see that, and I feel like I'm just falling in love with everything that comes around what we started. So I'm just like,
okay,
all I can think about is video editing and like pushing it, and I'm always doing research and doing this stuff and oh, what can I do this and what can I do that, and like there's probably an easier way to edit the videos that we do, like the shorts. It'll take me like an hour and a half to get it all taken care of, and I've recently found easier ways to refine it since I talked to you last time to make it so much easier. I don't know why it was so hard, but I think it's just because I'm not used to doing it.
Yeah, well, it's a different skill,
but yeah, I don't know, I'm just getting, it's just so exciting to do that and to feel the creativity and push it to my limits, and then to learn and continue to push it and know that like I'm amped up, and as long the time that it takes to do this stuff, I'm not always thrilled that it takes a couple of hours.
Yeah,
but knowing where this can lead and what it can do for us and what it can do for other people is just like so exciting. And I love how I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But I know that if I push myself hard now, something good will happen down the road.
It's like on the horizon.
Because I'm doing the work. I'm taking everything by a grain of salt, taking it on the chin. Like, I'm not focusing too much on the big numbers or the small numbers or, you know, the support or the hate.
You're just appreciating
I'm just looking at everything and realizing, like, this is so much more than when we started. Like, nobody knew other than family and friends that we had this. Now people who don't even know are aware. So it's, like, so exciting to, like, learn that and like, just move along on this journey. So
I dig it. I like that.
I can't. I feel like I talk about it a lot. But it's because I'm just like
you thrive by it. You like enjoy it. It's like your enjoyment of life at the moment.
Yeah, it really is, and it makes me just want to like improve better on myself, because I feel like if I'm not doing what I need to be a better me, then like by the way of the universe and God, like it's not gonna work. Like it's not gonna go in the direction it needs to. So I feel like as I progress with this, I'm also progressing on myself. So as everything moves forward, like I am ready emotionally and like mentally to take on whatever responsibility comes as this thing grows, rather than this growing and I'm not prepared for it. I don't think I'll ever be prepared, but I feel like who I am now won't be prepared for the amount of pressure or like effort that will have to be put in and I'll receive from like this podcast in a year's time with more and more effort. Like I don't think I'll be ready for that. And I don't think I'll be able to handle it in the way I need to. But if I constantly work on myself, I feel like when it hits that point, no one's ready for it, but I'll be able to adapt to it a lot
and
better.
Be more ready or whatnot.
Because I've grown throughout the years while this has grown.
Yeah.
So it's just super exciting to see everything like come together and see things fail and see things grow and realizing like, all right, what can I tweak next time, and what can I do this, and well, let's pitch some ideas and let's talk more and brainstorm and what can we do to improve this stuff, because it's, I don't know, I want to fail so bad so then I can succeed.
That's fair. That's a good mindset to have, and good like belief system of just like knowing there is like light at the end of the tunnel once you do fail, because then you learn from your mistakes. Yeah. And then you can keep going and powering through, and like then you'll not do that mistake, and you'll find a different mistake, and then you'll grow and learn from that, and then you'll just keep growing and growing and growing. That's
why I'm glad that I feel like for this, it'll never keep me in a comfortable like point, because something new that I'm not prepared for and I've not like adapted to will come up. So it really is exciting, because then it gets to the point where you're not complacent, because there's so many different changing things, and well, now I got to worry about this, or I got to worry about that, and I got to worry about, like right now, making sure I upload the episode on time, and then I got to worry about finding good clips that I feel like would portray what we're trying to convey to everybody properly, that it would make them want to view the channel and click on it more. And then I got to go through all of that, and it's just like, that's a lot right now, and figuring that out. But then down the line, when I get that figured out, and you know, if we get to a point where we hire somebody for that stuff, I know for a fact so many other things will come and hit me that I'll also have to work on and figure out. So it is exciting, because I feel like if I get complacent with it, then I fall out of love with it, and I feel like then that spark to do it's gone, and I'm just here doing it because Well, now it's a habit.
Yeah.
But I always want to have some fire to want to do better.
To keep going and power through.
Whatever video we make has like loads of passion and like love behind it from the both of us. Because I feel like we'll both have different passion putting into it. But like, yeah, I don't know. It's just addicting.
Okay.
It's addicting to just want to push yourself and just work so hard after like seeing things succeed that it fails, and then you're just like, oh.
Yeah.
But you got to just keep pushing.
No, that's fair.
Keep on keeping on.
Keep on keeping on.
But yeah, that's all I really wanted to talk about today.
That's all I had.
We'll kind of end it there. Thank you guys so much for watching this video today. Quickly, I'm not getting a wedgie, so stop commenting that. On the last episode, somebody said, "Where's the wedgie?" I'm not getting wedgied, okay, on this channel. I'm sorry.
Well, actually, if this video gets 25 likes.
25 likes?
Yeah.
25 likes?
25 likes. We'll give him a wedgie. He's got to experience it. Come on. Anybody listening, if you...
And 100 views. Let's push it, because I'm not looking forward to getting a wedgie.
Okay, 100 views, 25 likes. If we can do this, we can wedgie my little cousin on camera, so then you can be first-hand witnesses.
Little by age, but...
So help us power through. Help us get this man his first wedgie.
Let's hit those milestones so I can get that wedgie, I guess.
You got to power through. You're excited for that 100 views, 25 likes.
That's true.
And the one offset is you just got to get a wedgie.
Yep. As you heard him. Leave a like on this video.
Help us get this. Let's get this man a milestone in both of his lives.
Well, Editing-wise. It's a milestone. Yeah, the wedgie's a milestone for me, I guess. But it's a milestone for us.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it, or if you want to see me get a wedgie in the future. Either way, I appreciate it. Again, leave a comment on, what was it? Your favorite place you've traveled to, and what your favorite like food or cuisine was from there. Don't forget to subscribe. We are going at a steady rate, so I appreciate all the support that comes on YouTube.
And if you're listening on any of our podcasts, give us a like, give us a follow. Stay tuned. Watch us for next time. And hopefully next time you'll see this man get a wedgie.
And if we hit 100 subs, we might do a challenge like the one chip challenge.
Yeah.
Or we might
do like
something
the hottest
like
sauce on wings or something.
You know, we might even get to the point where we'll plan a time where we do an episode where we drink during the episode, and we progressively get more and more drunk as we go on, and see how that works out. But we'll do something big for 100. But yeah, so thanks again.
Catch you guys next time.
Much love.
Bye.